Good afternoon. Quite a mild day today. A few spots of rain, but it's all good. So, where are we up to? Transmission fluid. So anyway, this is the cooler. Well, you can see that really well. You can see my new Jubilee clip on the top of it. So I didn't know which radiator it is. There's bloody loads of them here. There's another one. There's another one over there. There's one here. There's one at the back. Anyway, so essentially I took this top hose off, stuck my airline at the top of the hose, and blew out. And I don't know, probably got another litre or something like that out of torque converter or whatever. Essentially everything I got out was around about 8 litres. It holds just under 12. But I made a bit of a bollock of the gasket because I've never done a cork gasket. Anyway, I rang my mate Doug and I'd over tightened it. So I thought, well, I'll just run it a bit, which I did do. There we are. There's the pan, the shiny bit. So it had a small leak. There's no leaks on it now. I just got another filter, the gasket set, put that on, and I changed oil again because it come out quite dirty. So it's clean as a whistle. On a right mark, I've just checked it 2 minutes ago. So that's all gravy, that. So what else have I been up to? Put the roof back on. Oh, light bar and the Veg King's awning. Now I had the awning ages. Got that Christmas when I bought the drawers. I didn't know which roof rack to get, so I was gonna get the one for a roof tent. And anyway, we went up over the bank holiday weekend, picked it up, opened the box. It was the wrong one. It was a more expensive one. So I thought, well, I just really can't be arsed driving back to drop it off for their mistake. So I thought, well, I'll just keep it, bolt it, and if I do get a roof tent, then I will chop it up accordingly to fit the roof tent, because essentially it wouldn't have all this on it. This would come down to about here, and it's essentially just a flat rack. Anyway, Kirsty and I chucked that on, and then we put the Adventure awnings thing on it, and it's all good. It's cheap roof rack, a lot cheaper than a lot of others. Sprayed all my bolts black because they're only rough, because it's just cheap, but I couldn't make it for what I paid for it, which is about $400. I can't remember. So while I was in there, I bought some new spotlights, because what originally came with the car, they were just rusted. I don't know whether to do it, I never tried them. I just chucked them. They were 7-inch. These are 9-inch. I used the original wiring. I just soldered it up. I think so. Yeah, soldered them up, and just taped them up. And they worked really well. There was a bit of damage on this one because, like a dick, when I got him, I just put them on just to see what they'd look like and what holes I'm going to use. So I thought, yeah, that's fine. I put one back and left the other one on. So the next day I get up, all blurry-eyed, reverse the car, hear a clunk. I thought, what's that? Put it in drive, and the car won't go forward, and this was underneath the front wheel. So it shows you the durability. Not only have I dropped it from that height, I tried to drive over it. But, you know, it's not a show pony, this one. Although I have cleaned up the bar. It's beautiful and shiny. What else have I done? So I bought these. Where's the box? There's a box. So Auto Lek or something like that. I can't remember what they're called. I'll have a look in a minute. But they were like $28. So what's that? It's like £18, say. And essentially that's what you get. You get the wires, you get a switch, it's got these plugs on it, you get a relay, That's what you get. Shit switch. So I'm going to buy or make a bank of switches. I just threw the switches in for now. So they worked out well. So I lined up the white light bar, which I'd probably had that a few weeks. That was just on offer from BCF. So that just goes on to there. Put the relay underneath here. Tried loads of different ways where to run the cable. Anyway, took this panel off here and I just basically gunked it off. So that ain't going to go anywhere. The drain is still clear underneath. And that is bright as hell. Crazy bright. Paid $70 for that on offer. I've got yet to tidy up the wires up there. I only wired it up yesterday. But I've actually, there's another plug here, so I've got other cables to run to the back, which I will put a rear LED, not brake light, just a rear light. So I've done a couple of tweaks on the car. Whenever you used to open this door, it used to go clunk, 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 loud as hell. Proper annoyed me. So this bracket here and the plate is spot welded onto the back. Now this is double skinned, so it's spot welded to one skin and it just snaps off. So by chance I was looking for something else on the internet and I come across that, which is what I kind of thought it was. Where are we at here now with this? Shut that door. Can't even see my bloody camera there. My finger's in there somewhere anyway. But so anyway, I just put some pilot holes and just put 3 of those bolts on it. Can you see that or not? Jesus Christ. No idea if you can see it. Anyway, that's the outside of it. So while I was doing that, this door, it constantly rattles on the top here. So you'd normally adjust the strike plate, but there's just no adjustment on it. Well, or it's at, should I say, it's at the furthest back it could be. So what I've done was I put 2 washers on that one and 1 washer on that bolt to bring the lock out. So I'm dead chuffed because that opening and closing used to wind me up, and now there's no rattle. That's about it really. Nothing else to say. I'll put all my bits of trim back now. I've just filmed that. Car's running sound. Since they changed the transmission, it's like having a new bloody engine in it. Whatever, I'll get some box section or something in between everything, and then cut out here for the horse lead. That's about it really. So it's coming together. It'll need a suspension lift on it at some point. The suspension's nice and floaty, like a bloody French car. It bounces around that much. I'll get a 2-inch lift pot on it. I'm not changing the tyres. There's nothing wrong with them for what I'm going to do at the minute anyway. It's just a long time build, and all I've done at the minute is just bolt bits of stuff on it. Getting about 20 to a gallon, which ain't bad. These are 2-wheel drive. They're not a permanent 4-wheel drive, they're a 2-wheel drive. And you just stick it in 4 when you need it. That's it. I'll show you my redneck switch. Which is there. This one is going to be for a the hell is that for? I can't remember. Anyway, I've got something else to put on. So I'm just going to get toggle switch. I'll probably make a panel just to go over that, just so it's easy just to unscrew that and pull the whole thing off, rather than take this bit of trim off and then that bit of trim. Make my own trim, pull that off. Crack the bloody fascia. It's just so brittle, the plastics, because of the heat. I mean, it's 19 years old, this car. It's just there and there. God knows why. I've taken it out about 10 times and put it in 10 times, and just yesterday, so it just went pop. That's it really. Show you how many Ks it's got on it. Yeah. 356. Well, nearly 357,000 Ks. I've started it up today, so it's probably why she's lazy. She's lazy. Good one as well. For an old bird. Can't fault her, to be fair. Aircon's nice and cold. It's all gravy. It's all good. Figured out how the sub tank works. Basically switch the sub tank on, it just fills up the main tank. Didn't realise that. But well, I've got a manual, but why do you want to read one of them? Need to get some seat covers. I'll take this apart, I'll get some foam and I'll fix that. Learn something. Need to learn something. That's about it. Nothing's happening in the garage. Bike, didn't ride it in March at all. Did not ride it at all. Let's turn that off so YouTube don't ever go at me. And crazy thing is, it's getting some very small rust spots on the discs or rotors, to say, and that's probably just down to the damp in the air. Nothing else. It's not been wet. It's not been wet for months. But just been dead busy at work. Nothing else to say. Got my tools, my AEG tools registered finally, so I was happy with that. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Right, I'm off. Be seeing you.